Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the RPG Recusant, and we're jumping straight back into another episode of Final Fantasy 13. And the best part is, we get an achievement straight away for finishing that previous chapter. We are finally out of the junkyard and now into a forest. We're tidying up our paradigms. And big moment for hope here, because we're after accumulating a lot of CP. So what you see here, this big crystal node here, we have the accessory to one side, but we have a role level in Synergist. And whenever you see those, go for role level as soon as possible. So now you see it says Synergist level 2, while the others are level 1. And we still have some more, so we're going to just throw that into Medic. But now for Lightning, we're kind of going to give her more Commando because Launch, oh my god, wait till you see Launch in action. It's brilliant. But once again, we had a branching path, and I tried to rush her to roll level, and it just didn't work out. But we will obviously circle back and get Ravage in a second. But roll levels are really important for basically improving passively the jobs that the different roles want you to do. So I go to basically hop in and upgrade some bits and pieces just to give Hope a bit of a boost in magic. But basically, Synergist by itself gives a passive bonus that allows any buffs on the party to remain active for longer. And so getting that to level 2 just makes that whole process last even longer once they're applied. So a level 2 Synergist applying Protect, that Protect will last longer than a level 1 Synergist applying Protect. I went to go look in the shops and realised we are dirt poor, cannot afford anything, so I was like, oh well, next time. But we've some brand new enemies here, these little frag slugs they're called. They deal fire damage, and would you believe it, Hope has just the spell to help deal with them. I haven't liberated them, but even in just that brief moment, Hope's AI has learned, oh, they do fire attacks. Therefore, we should put, you know, protection from fire or bar fire on our particular characters. And basically the more Lightning is realizing, oh, they're actually resistant to magic and they're much weaker to physical attacks. So realistically we should have been in Super Soldier, which would have been Synergist and Commando. But we get 104 experience for enemies that realistically are not that difficult. And this is going to be the episode where we basically get to have our first kind of grind experience in the game. And you know, you've seen me play Final Fantasy X. If you haven't, check it out. But I am a sucker for getting as powerful as we can. I mean, I maxed out the sphere grid, so patience is a virtue that I have, or perseverance and pride and stubbornness, you know, whichever, vice or virtue, you know. But like, there was a moment there where Lightning was like, we can use the lights to like follow and know where to go. It's like, girl, it is a corridor. Where else are we going? Like, it is a straight line where the branching of paths leads to a dead end or a treasure chest. Like, ugh, it's like there's, I don't know, it's like there's such a lack of self-awareness. It's like, if you don't know where to go, follow the lights, which means if you're walking down the pathway where there are no lights, you're probably going backwards. Is it because everything looks the same? Maybe, but like there's literally these artificial like orange barriers preventing us from going any other way. I don't know. It's like, girl, Lightning, like, come on. But I'm talking over her sage wisdom. Like, she is kind of giving Hope guidance of like, you know, don't go rushing into combat. You know, if you're just looking to start a fight, you could be overwhelmed. And what I like as well is that, like, when you're doing good things, she will say, like, oh, good call. It's like the AI is aware, oh, these creatures can buff themselves with their strength. So putting Protect on is, in fact, as Lightning says, a good call. I'm like, I'm forgetting to Libra, guys. So I genuinely was like, oh, better Libra before this wolf dies. And don't worry, I will get there with the slugs as well. So do not worry. And there's going to be like a little cutscene. So I'm going to let that play.
Have you ever been here before? On duty, I mean.
No, I haven't. This area is covered by the Woodlands Observation Battalion. You scared?
Not really. I'm ready to fight if I have to.
To keep you safe.
See what you have! No! Oh my God.
I'll want it back.
Lightning. I'm glad I followed you. By myself, I would have had no chance.
So here is where we're going to come across our excellent grinding method. Because with this elevator, we change maps. And whenever you change maps,
keep calm. You don't need to rush.
You know, you're able to respawn all the enemies. And these two particular packs of enemies are quick to defeat, but very, very high in CP. And then also we have the save point just by the elevator. So if we're getting sick and tired of going up and down and want to save between our grinding, we can. We can also be getting, you know, item drops from these creatures that we can be using to upgrade our weapons. It's not as effective as a certain spot later on in the game, just because you're getting the raw materials rather than things that sell for lots of money that you could buy the raw materials in bulk. But I mean, we're still potentially getting some elements, you know, which is good. But it's the next mob here, they're the ones that we really want to see. These are a big hive or cluster, collection, group. I'm not sure what like the collective noun is for slugs, but maybe I'll put it in an annotation, who knows. But I use Libra. And we just take them out really quickly, and like if I was controlling Lightning, this would be so much better, because I would be like, girl, just blitz. And now she does. So, you know, when in doubt, sometimes just going into your offensive paradigm will just make them act a bit more offensive, which is what you want. But we get 104 CP, and there we get some gummy oil, you know, some raw materials for our weapon and armor customization. But we have like 200 and something CP from just those two battles, and so it's like bump. Hope's now up to his top tier or like highest tier in his Ravager now, and Lightning can finally gain her level in Commando. And we're not forgetting, because I'm looking like, oh, ability is 7 of 8. We need to get a Ravage as well. But as I had said, the damage bonus given to all party members increases with the commando's level. So a level 1 commando gives a small boost to all party damage. A level 2 commando obviously gives more. You know, so it's the when in doubt, pick the role level. And guys, just when you saw me there, it is that quick and easy. Just press the elevator twice, and we've now respawned all these enemies. Fight the wolves. Beat the wolves. As I say, there really probably isn't any need to be having like Super Soldier up. So I kind of just chuck ourselves into Slash and Burn. and just see how that goes. And like, yeah, there was no need. We would have had this done in seconds, you know. But as I say, this is going to be our little grinding loop. We're going to literally go fight the wolves, go fight the slugs, walk back, use the elevator, go up and down, fight the wolves, fight the slugs, and then check on our CP levels and level up. And I'm basically going to do this until we've maxed the Crystarium, basically. And then, like, as we're collecting items and stuff, if we get, like, high enough star ratings, I can probably be upgrading accessories, which would be quite good. And again, just, these enemies are super, super quick just to take out, you know? Again, Lightning being a level 2 commando, you'll notice the overall party damage output has just increased dramatically. And like that, if we had 2 level 2 commandos, it'd be even more crazy and off the scale. So we're getting 5 stars, and with those 5 stars, we're getting better item drops, things like that. So, as I say, beat those 2 sets of enemies, run back towards the elevator, and just top up as you go. But like, getting 136 for about the equivalent of a minute's work is really good. And what's important as well is just to look ahead and see, okay, what's actually in the different areas of the Crystarium. So, for example, Hope got an extra accessory slot, and I'm like looking in Ravager, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's grand, we can move along in Ravager, get up to the 3rd tier. But then, as I keep moving, I'm like, okay, well, that's to that. While Medic doesn't get a role level, Medic gets Lightning an extra accessory slot. So it is, you know, that toss-up or that decision you're going to have to make where what is more important. And I'm going to be real with you guys. Accessory slots are powerful, especially if you can like upgrade multiple accessories to really high levels. It's like, yeah, you're in the Crystarium, you're getting like certain amounts of like magic boosts, and yet you're able to then, you know, skyrocket it up by another 80 to 100 points, you know. The accessory slots are powerful. If you can get them, the quicker, the better. And again, we're just showing you guys, these are just the little loop we're going to be doing. Just run, KO those enemies. And it's the slugs, really. The slugs are giving the 100 and something EXP a go. And like, it's really, really quick, you know. I think we'll look at the target time. 30, like, the battle duration was only 20 seconds, you know. And you're getting 136 a go. And again, just zipping and zooming along the different Crystariums there. So what's interesting, as I was saying, you know, I'm like, okay, we're moving along, Lightning's getting like better Ravager skills, because it's better to get the Ravager skill up so that we have 2 Ravagers that are level 2. But then I'm looking and I'm like, oh, Medic was like nearly finished, and yet like there's an extra accessory slot that's such a big bonus, you know. And as I say, if we're able to get to the stage where we can have Hope be a level 2 Ravager, we can have Lightning be a level 2 Ravager, we can have Hope and Lightning be like level 2 medics. It's like, if I had the dual casting with 2 level 2 Ravagers, like the stagger gauge, you would just notice would just skyrocket up so much quicker. And at the moment, I'm like, right, let's just get Hope's Magician's Mark the same level as Vanille's Magician Mark. And as I say, if we're able to just collect up bits and pieces like the gummy oil and the fragrant oil, we can use those kind of natural resources to get a little bit of an EXP boost. But the only issue is, you know, realistically, we want like 29 to 30 fangs to get us with a ×3 bonus to make the spending of all these, you know, artificial parts worth it. But I mean, at the moment, I'm like, I just want it to be level 4. I just want that extra, you know, 8 bonus to magic, please. Between levels, obviously. And the only other thing is, I put over to the Blaze Fire Saber for lightning. But that's going to be the episode, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.